Hello there, welcome to Movies Are Real for the month of October 2018. It is almost the end of the year, folks. This is Movies Are Real. I am your host, Jurge Cruz. I'm here with Ryan Lance. Ryan, how are you? You brought catering.
Beans.
Catering is what you brought to
This
the...
podcast is brought to you by Starburst Spooky Beans, coming in 2 flavors.
Do they have a fun...
Grape and orange. Nope, it's just grape and
Okay,
orange.
I was gonna say if they have a fun...
fun flavor.
Or like that
Spooky
copy.
grape, or... You see, that'd be a good use of blood orange.
Yeah.
And it'd be blood orange and then...
Karrie, how are you?
I'm fine.
Who hasn't had a single spooky
I didn't
bean
eat
yet?
any spooky beans.
Karrie, if we're gonna get this sponsor somebody, we're gonna need to eat at least 12 of those beans.
Spooky beans are delicious. I have so many in my mouth.
Man, they're gonna really buy that.
This is our monthly movies podcast where we gather and talk about the movies of the month prior and what we're looking forward to the next month. This is October 2018. And can I just say, I'm very happy to be here with you guys. I enjoy this podcast that we do. Even though we don't have a lot of movies to talk about, I enjoy your guys' company. I'm glad we're doing this. Anyways, now that we're done with that,
What an idiot.
time to talk about Venom again.
Venom! We're gonna get him! Man, it feels like the longer like Venom's like out there, the more people are like, you know what's at fuck the critics.
Oh, is that
Rotten
right?
Tomatoes, what do they know? They don't know anything. Do people not know what they are?
I don't think so. I think they're like they think that people are like they are
My
the
name
Academy.
My name is Patrick Tomatoes, but my friends call me Rotten Tomatoes, and I judge.
I'm
all
the
movies,
elected critic
I'm
here.
the elected.
The
I'm
midterms
one
are
guy.
coming up, and I'm voting against Tomato Mike on his fucking Rotten Tomato score.
Vote no on Tomato Mike.
Exactly.
Tomato Mike hated Venom, and that movie's okay. What the fuck? That's surprisingly fun. What the fuck, Tomato Mike?
Yeah, but we're here with not a lot of spooky stuff. We actually put a television show in this lineup because
We've done that one other time, right?
I don't think so. I think this is the first.
Did we talk about Stranger Things, or did we almost talk about
We
Stranger
almost talked about
Okay,
Stranger
okay.
Things, but we didn't. What a man! That feels like forever ago.
I know, right?
Man, we've been doing this podcast for a while, huh?
Yeah.
Holy shit! Where did time go? This would be the third year we do Movie of the Year.
Good. I wonder if the winner is going to be in the month of November. Overlord. I mean.
Ooh, I don't know. I've seen trailers. Anyways, we're getting ahead of ourselves. We're here to talk about October. We got some spooky stuff, but we also got some not spooky
Spookiest thing
stuff.
of all.
Bradley Cooper
directed. Whoa.
Bradley
crazy.
Cooper with a bad tan or very tan. A Star Is Born. This is
He just looks sunburnt, really. Just almost sunburnt, you know what I mean?
He looks like a sunburned, like a truck driver, like one of those big trucks.
Like his truck arm is more tan than his other arm. Like the arm that he puts out his truck window.
He was driving down the interstate.
That one gets a little tanner a little faster.
He was
but you
driving
gotta go
down
with
the
window
interstate
down.
and saw a guy like that. He's like, that's going to be my character. Star Is Born.
He saw Sam
That's
Elliott and he was like, ooh.
That's the guy.
Yes, yeah. He is a Sam Elliott understudy, Bradley Cooper here. So Star Is Born, third remake, right?
Third remake. It's the fourth
Yes.
one, so it's the third remake.
Right.
Yarp.
We were thinking about talking about it last time, but we didn't. And I said I was going to do my due diligence for this podcast and commit to the audience, and commit to our friendship and the sanctity of this podcast.
The friendship that you began the podcast just over the moon.
I love
over.
you guys.
This is such a fun podcast. I love talking about movies.
Don't love watching them, but
Yeah. I didn't see this. You two did.
We did. Not together, because fuck Karrie.
So, I mean, we've talked a lot about Bradley Cooper, but it's time to put some respect on Lady Gaga's name, because really, that's what I feel most people are here for.
Do you like what I put in the show notes? Director Bradley Cooper, starring Bradley Cooper, but more importantly, Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
you didn't put Sam Elliott on there.
He didn't put Sam Elliott on there.
Oh, I forgot.
More
to say
importantly, Sam Elliott.
that's not true.
So I don't even know what the setup, or what the story for this movie is.
So Mr. B. Coops is this kind of country rock, like mixed country rock star, bit of an alcoholic, and one night after a show, he's like, I need to get more beer, and he runs into a bar.
Goes into a drag bar.
A drag bar. I was trying to think of the name. I knew
some
Karrie.
RuPaul's Drag Race alums were there, such as Willem Belli and Shangela.
That was the
which
first.
I was excited.
Shout
That
out
was
to
the
them
first
getting
and
paid.
only thing Karrie told me about this movie after she saw it. So I think I know where her priorities are.
Well, you know.
And he saw Lady Gaga playing herself.
She was performing La Vie en Rose.
Yes, in the
It was
original
beautiful.
French. It was very good.
Oh my
And
God.
he was like, fuck. And then he just kind of follows her around for a bit. Not in a creepy way, but he's like, let's like hang out. He goes like, you're Lady Gaga. I mean, like, it's crazy, right? And then she eventually they sort of date, and then she eventually performs with him on his concerts. And people are like, whoa, this girl's great. And she eventually gets her own record deal and becomes like the most popular artist in the world for a brief minute. And she's like dealing with that like change and like becoming a star, and he's just going more and more down the rabbit hole of like depression and alcoholism.
So the thing with this, you're telling me all of this, and it all sounds exactly what I expected. And I was gonna say cliche, but this is a remake of a remake of a remake.
Yeah.
So I guess that's fair game. It's more like the regular ritual we need to have as Hollywood. That it looks like it's that time of the calendar before the fucking demon rises up. So we gotta go do this.
To be
again.
fair, like a lot of like the Hollywood like stereotype of like this happening, it's never stopped. It's always the same. Like, oh, I'm popular now. I'm an alcoholic, and I just became popular out of nowhere.
Does Bradley Cooper try to take advantage of her stardom?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, that's one less thing.
No, definitely
I
not.
was thinking like, oh, she's like a shitty producer or some nonsense.
No,
Okay.
You're getting close. I don't want to spoil it for you because it's not like really spoiling. It's just more of like the natural progression of how a movie like this would go in the year or say
That
for
may or not be
2018.
very obviously telegraphed from one of the first shots of the
Oh,
movie.
really?
Yes.
Oh.
Watch the movie again.
I do not
When
remember
he's in the car.
when he's in the when he's like getting in his limo.
Drives in front of a billboard. And I was like, oh, that's how the movie's gonna end.
Oh, okay. Okay, I gotcha. I do not remember that. This movie's
It was
fucking
really funny.
this movie's fucking long, so it's hard to remember like small details like that.
But yeah, is it good?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good.
Sounds
It's very
fine.
good.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Karrie, how do you feel about this?
I feel like the story is pretty well-worn territory,
Right.
but I mean, it's a movie that came out initially in the 30s,
Right.
so it's like, it's gonna be like the same skeleton of the story, but I haven't seen any of the other ones, but from what I've heard, this one focuses more on Bradley Cooper's character, whereas some of the other ones focus more on Lady Gaga's character, or just don't really give his character a background at all, so this one you get to learn a little more about him and his tragic upbringing and whatnot. So, but the music is really good, and
Music is fucking
I
great.
had it on repeat for a long time.
Like, well, we should say that it is some Lady Gaga original work here.
Yeah, I think whenever I see like the album like on like Google Play, it's not like the soundtrack. It's always Lady Gaga presents
She did
the
it.
Star Is Born soundtrack. Like,
So-
that's fair.
This, of course, isn't Lady Gaga's first actor performance. As fans of American Horror Story, you would be very familiar
Yes.
with her work in this realm. How is she here?
She's very good. I think that she gives a super vulnerable and honest performance. It feels like she's not trying to be like, I'm acting now. It just feels like a natural progression for her, and
That's cool.
I think
Yeah, it is
just
really
it does
cool.
it helps that like her early like initial music video stuff, maybe like her current stuff, but I haven't seen a lot of her current music videos. But they're very like theatrical, and like I feel like that's really probably what her upbringing's like, very about theater. So that's probably like how she's able to make that transition very well, I would assume.
I think that's why I want to say this, because it is. It's playing a character, but it's a character that's very muted. I don't know anything about American Horror Story, but just from the from the distance, it seems extremely not grounded and extremely not low key. It seems like a lot more.
American Horror Story, like over the years, just becomes more and more of like a parody of itself.
I dipped on that show as well.
And like I like that still. I think like it has like its things that it does that are like funny. Lady Gaga was in 2 seasons. Her main one, I think she won a Golden Globe for Hotel, which is not a very good season. She was like the best part of it just because like
won an Emmy. That's the TV one, right?
Yes, I mean the TV one.
I don't remember. I just remember.
No, there's also Golden.
No, Golden Globes are for both TV and.
I just remember the clip
Yes.
of her walking behind Leonardo DiCaprio, and he accidentally bumped into her, and he's like, "Oh!"
It's like, oh fuck! Don't strike me down, God. I'm pretty sure it was a Golden Globe because Golden Globes are both TV and movie. Or some other like big award. Because I remember people were like, really? American? Okay. And like, she was very good. And then in Roanoke, a season that people are like, that season sucked. It's very good. She plays a crazy fucking witch in the woods. And like, you can barely tell it's her. Because she has so much like dirt and like shit all over her. It's fucking great. I love it so much.
So the movie is good.
The movie is good. Over time, I'm like wondering, like, I feel like I was too like high on it. I don't know.
I think
because it is very like simple.
Right, that's what
like,
I say. I haven't
sense,
seen it,
and like there's stuff that like strikes very hard, but I also feel like they could have like chopped some stuff down and like out.
It kind of feels like a movie that would need to be sort of carried through the performances and everything on the side, since the structure is so like no frills. Like, I'm going to the store. I want a store like this story. Here's the store brand story, and then yeah, and
like you go in like thinking like it's because whenever people like, oh, the Lady Gaga movie, but like really like Bradley Cooper, I feel like it's more about him, if anything, especially at certain points, especially as it goes on, it becomes more about him and his struggles, and like it's very good, but like. Maybe just because I don't care about Bradley Cooper, but I was very like, oh, Bradley Cooper, I don't care. Even though like his stuff is genuinely like very like interesting and sad, so like I feel bad, but it's also like, it's Bradley Cooper.
Okay. Well, shout out to Bradley Cooper getting his movie, I guess.
Yeah, this was his first directorial debut, and it's pretty good.
Doing the major flex.
And
whenever I think of like people doing this, I think of The Gift, and I remind myself that I need to rewatch The Gift at some point. How long was that? 2 years ago?
That's a while.
Man, anyways, The Gift. That was a good movie. Drew Goddard is a director of horror movies that I really enjoy.
Yes.
He made not that Spider-Man. What was it called?
He was gonna make the Sinister. So he did Cabin in the Woods, right?
Yes.
And then after that,
Daredevil.
He started doing Daredevil. He was a showrunner. He like put all the pieces together, then he dropped out to do the Sinister Six movie. So like his name is still on Daredevil, but like he's really not a part of it. But he like did all the foundation work for it, and then his Sinister Six movie got fucking canceled because, which is a shame because I feel like that's a Sinister Six movie sounds bad, but one from him sounds very interesting.
Well, we're not fucking talking about Spider-Man.
He also wrote The Martian and was going to direct it. But then it went
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, he wrote The Martian.
The Martian, that's a fucking okay movie.
It is.
Jesus Christ, that movie. Bad Times at the El Royale. Karrie, you were very, very excited about this film. So could you let us know about the setup?
Yeah, it's about this bi-state hotel that lies on the line between Nevada and California, and it's an ensemble movie where a ragtag group of suspicious weirdos roll up to this hotel, and they all seem tense and on edge, and they each get into their rooms, and then as the night goes on, things progress and get strange as they learn more about the place where they are, the El Royale, and the people who are staying there.
It seems like a distant relative of a movie that's close to my heart and your heart, Karrie, being Clue. Because again, it's sort of the ensemble. We're all here. We're all very different characters. We're in this space. Some shit's happening in this space, and all these personalities are mixing together.
Since it is this director, I only really know him for Cabin in the Woods, so I feel like it's a movie that is taking that same idea of like the ensemble
Right.
group mystery movie and making some weird tweaks on it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's very. It's not as like lighthearted as Clue. It's a little more. It's a little more Hateful Eight than Clue.
Yeah, it seemed like it. Like the part of the trailer seemed fun, but then it felt like, oh, something.
It's about to go down.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
shit.
Hateful Eight is like who's in this film?
I love that movie.
Let me see here.
This-
Jeff Bridges. Did Jeff Bridges just start saying the N-word like crazy?
No.
It's in the script, damn it.
This movie, when you look at it structurally after seeing both films, there are a lot of similarities between this and The Hateful Eight, but I won't go into it because that would be spoilers. But this is a very fun movie. I enjoyed it a heck of a lot. And I think that it is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And the conclusion is ambiguous, which is what I think I like about it, because it's a parody of these movies where it's like, here is the answer, here are all the puzzle pieces, this is how they fit together, and then at the end of this movie it's like, I still have questions. Wait a minute.
Oh, okay, yeah, I gotcha.
So I think that that's fun and interesting, but
It
I don't
looked
know.
very
I'm biased to this
Right.
type of movie.
I can't remember. You liked the Murder on the Orient Express, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
That's another. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I think this is a Karrie movie.
Yeah.
Ensemble cast in a weird location and things get weirder.
What could happen? This is the story of when people stop playing nice and start getting real.
My thing with Bad Times, like I liked it. It didn't like blow me away like Karrie is.
Again, like the Murder on the Orient
Exactly.
Express.
and the
Did you stay awake this
and
time?
the Hateful Eight. I felt
Hateful Eight's great. You're just
The Hateful Eight isn't really
just
the-
a
okay.
hater.
The Hateful Eight is not specifically. I wouldn't say it's like
I don't know.
a Clue-esque movie.
Well, no, but
My thing with like Bad Times at El Royale is like you go in and like I thought it would like be this ensemble theme, but it really felt like there were like 3 people. Like it didn't really feel like, oh, this like whole hotel of like crazy stuff. It's like, oh, there's like these few people and they're just doing some stuff. It didn't really feel as like big and grand as like trailers made it out to be for me.
Who are the leading then?
Jeff Bridges.
Of course.
Uh,
Chris Hemsworth? Question?
No, he's more of a.
Oh, fuck,
Support.
Dakota Johnson in this movie.
She
Hell
is,
yeah,
she
baby.
It's more Jeff Bridges.
I
and
forgot.
Cynthia,
I forgot about John
Cynthia.
Hamm.
John Hamm is not in it as much as I would have liked.
Yeah.
But I really liked the parts that he was in.
His parts were great, and I feel like if he stayed longer, like in the film, like had
But
more to do.
I feel like it makes sense for him, for what happens to him to happen to him, because it's more like, oh, that's not supposed to happen. kind
That's
of thing in
true,
this
but
kind
like
of
there was
movie.
no like presence that like was able to replace him. It just felt like this
Well,
big,
no.
interesting character was just gone, and there was a void.
John Hamm is weird because he's sort of been put into a character actor role. He's more a supporter.
Yeah.
He's not really a lead, which is weird. Like he'll show up in a lot of TV shows and stuff. Just,
Oh yeah, he just
I don't know.
is like the kind of guy who just wants to have fun.
I'm just here,
And, like,
guys.
I'm
What's
fine
up?
with
Hey
that.
guys, what's
It's
going
me,
on?
Mr. John Hamm.
The trailers in.
Remember Bridesmaids?
Was he in?
He was in Bridesmaids.
Oof, no, I don't remember that
He
at all.
played, Kristen Wiig's
You sure
somewhat
about that?
boyfriend. I'm 100% certain about that because the joke was it was John Hamm.
No, I don't remember this
Yeah.
at all. That checks out.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the trailers made it seem very, very stylish. Is that actually true, or is it just like editing for the trailer?
It's got a cool ambiance about it. I just like a lot of the shot compositions, and since it's like a skeevy motel, there's lots of cool lighting and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the music is awesome. It's just a bunch of. I think, when does this take place? It takes place like the 60s, I think. But it's good.
It's good.
Good movie. Rotten Tomatoes is just a bunch of hacks.
Oh, did it not do critically well?
I don't remember.
No, okay.
I think it was
thought
like
it did
middle.
fine.
It was like middle of the road. Very thematic for this.
Oh, wow.
I didn't see a lot of talk about it once it came out.
It kind of like came out and like people were like, all right.
Mm.
Like what were people still riding high on like Venom?
It's got a 70. It's got a 73 on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's
Okay.
really good. That's really good.
It's certified fresh. I'll have you know.
Well, you just said because you love Venom, and Venom, like, it doesn't matter because Venom had bad score.
Well, Karrie,
good.
you keep a running list of your favorite movies of a given year. Where is it at? Is it like
Bad
top,
Times?
middle, high, lower?
It's at number 5.
Okay,
Number
cool.
5.
I think, yeah. I think it's in the top 10.
That sounds about right.
Okay. I
like it a lot.
exactly. I want to know how much you like it.
On
Karrie.
my list, it's very much like in the middle of the list.
Because then I'll be like, all right, this is probably a movie I need to watch. Because I was really excited for it, like in the pre-release, but once it came out, I kind of lost that interest.
Yeah.
I think that it's interesting. It's got some cool stuff with time too, because the way it's structured is it goes room by room, so you kind of get a feel for each character. So it's like room number 4, here's Jeff Bridges' story and why he's here, and then you'll see some events play out, and then it's like back to another character, and then you see the events from their perspective, and it's just, I like that kind of stuff. All right, it's fun.
How much Dakota Johnson's
It's
in it?
fun.
That's a decent amount.
Yeah,
Okay.
she stays. She's like probably like one of the more main
Shout out to Dakota
characters.
Johnson. That's all I gotta say. Put some respect on her name.
It's like I think the main characters are gonna be like her, Jeff Bridges, and Cynthia.
Ryan is trying to read our teleprompter here.
It's very far away from me.
And I would put Miles, the
Oh
backroom manager guy, in that too.
So
The,
that's
hotel employee, the only one left.
The single employee.
well, that's Bad Times at the El Royale.
More like good times in the
I got him.
right? Karrie, I thought you loved this movie.
I do. That's why I hated that.
Oh man.
Blumhouse, purveyors of high quality feature films.
From the producers of Happy Death Day.
Hey, get out of here! I don't like this tone.
I don't like where you're going with this, buddy.
Also,
Jurge,
I've
I've seen Happy Death Day. It's fine.
listen. I forgot what was the best horror movie of that year. I forgot.
It.
Okay, fair enough.
That's fine, actually.
What was the runner-ups?
Oh, like Get Out.
Oh, god damn
I
it!
don't remember.
Well, I don't know if the third one.
Raw?
That
sounds
sounds
about
right.
Personal Shopper.
No.
It's scary
no.
how sad I am.
The Criterion sale at Barnes & Noble, I finally bought Personal Shopper. It was a running bit that every time Criterion had a 50% off sale,
Which is like every other month.
I would buy like 6 movies, and Ryan would be like, so you bought Personal Shopper? No.
No. I bought 6 movies that people recommend to me. I watched all of them. I hate them all.
Well, I didn't hate that one. I just thought it was very boring until the Goblin Woman showed up at the end.
Anyways,
time for a mid-roll from our sponsor, Starburst Spooky Beans.
Before I was gonna make a bit that I figured out why Truth or Dare is called Blumhouse's Truth or Dare, and that's because there is no Truth or Dare. When you look up Truth or Dare movie, Blumhouse isn't the first that comes out actually. So
that sucks.
some houses pit.
That's bad. That's
Yeah.
very bad.
Yeah,
There's more than one. There's
yeah.
Truth or Die. I've seen that. That was on Netflix.
Donna Joe, not a fan of Truth or Dare.
I feel like most people.
It is an okay movie. That's all I gotta say.
It's on Netflix right now.
It's
Oh,
okay.
boy.
Anyways, Halloween. Blumhouse.
Which one, George? The one
20?
from 1978?
That sounds about right.
No!
No! What about the one from 2000 whatever?
Go fuck yourself.
Oh, man. What other years could a Halloween movie come out? Oh, fuck.
2018.
Aw, damn.
Blumhouse is here making it happen.
Ah, man.
So yeah, we are here with Halloween. Jamie Lee Curtis is back. This is technically just a straight sequel to the original.
Yep.
As far as I understand, doesn't even count the second one. At least we assume. I'm not an expert.
I do not remember nothing.
I
about
haven't
the
seen
second
two,
one,
actually.
So I don't.
I'm not a Halloween expert or scientist.
I feel like the
I
second-
noticed the Halloween 3 reference. That's all as much as I
The
got.
second one, I think, did the establishment that they were like related, if I remember correctly.
I've been hearing that, yes.
And that's not a thing in this one.
No.
So it is.
She just wants to kill him for reasons.
Yeah,
It is 2018
because he's a little bitch.
in
He's a pretty
canon.
big bitch.
He's pretty big.
He's pretty large.
Well, you know.
It is 2018 in canon. Laurie Strode has a daughter, and she has a daughter. Her daughter is a daughter.
Fucking Karen.
Karen. There are some Gimlet NPR fucking podcast producers making a true crime podcast who want to interview Michael Myers.
And they're like, oh, we're podcasters, journalists.
Forgot about that.
That was a really funny line.
Which is good. That was good. And they bring the mask, and well, like I would
that
say
part's still weird. I thought it'd make more sense in context.
right? Because the trailers was all like,
Ooh,
"Whoa,
there's the mask magic.
checkerboard, fucking, we just have to hang out in this fucking."
Checkmate. What?
What if that's the one thing he said? Checkmate.
What if he said check, please?
Oh my god.
Anyways,
There's a recurring bit. Fast forward. There's a recurring bit where like the daughter's like, "Why is he doing this? What's his motive?" What if he's just like, "Check, please." It's like, what? And then he stabs him. It's pretty good. So they're trying to move Michael Myers on Halloween.
no,
Bad move.
Yeah.
probably.
Who
can say?
Negative outcome.
Who can say?
Maybe it was a conspiracy from the jail.
I can't.
Or the doctor man who won.
I'm pretty
He
sure-
was like, we should do it on Halloween. And they're like, I don't think that's it.
No, I'm a medical professional.
He'll be more sad this day. Definitely not more angry.
He'll be easier to subdue because of how sad he is.
Except that Michael Myers, all sad.
Check, please.
Check, please.
So yes, it is
Man.
decades after the first one, and Michael Myers escapes,
And Laurie Strode is crazy.
She is a survivalist apocalypse. We gotta fucking prepare the fucking
She lives in the middle of the fucking woods like
she
a
has
queen.
an armed house. She's just. Yeah, I don't know what.
Yeah,
there's a term. There's a type of person, and
Doomsday
that's
prepper.
what I was looking. Doomsday prepper.
Doomsday prepper, yeah.
Except Doomsday is Michael Myers.
Yes.
Doomsday is guy with weird white mask.
And so, yeah, and I feel like everyone expected this to be mainly about Jamie Lee Curtis and Michael Myers or Laurie Strode. And it's not that, really. It's mostly about... I wouldn't even say mostly. We just spend time with her granddaughter
Yeah.
because she's young?
Because she's
I didn't care about
Yeah.
at all.
She's the spiritual successor. That's how.
Yeah, because at the beginning of the movie, she was like, can you just imagine if you were like a girl and all your friends got murdered? I can't even imagine. And then it happens to her.
Oh, and then there's the guys like, she just like killed through people, man. So like in reality.
To be fair, Karrie, I say that every morning. Man, wouldn't it be crazy if all my friends just got fucking killed today?
And then you look down at your hands and you're holding a knife and you're covered in blood and you're like, oh no!
Oh no!
And then you're like, check please.
Oh, check please.
So yeah, that is to say that I feel like we are not very high on this film. Maybe I'm missing.
It has its moments.
Yeah, but the rest of it feels like.
But the
what are
moments
we-
aren't like nothing's like really groundbreaking.
What if going in? I thought that like, here's our mission statement. We have Jamie Lee Curtis. She's producing this movie. We are making a story about Michael Myers and Laurie Strode. This is not that movie. The
Not
movie is that
really.
Laurie Strode is still here. She has family, and Michael Myers is out. And guess what we're doing? We're doing the whole thing over again with a confrontation at the end. But the stuff in the middle, who cares? I don't care. It's
Because, like, it goes and, like, you think it's all like, oh, he wants to kill her to, like, finish the job. But, like, he doesn't know that she lives there still.
and they're like loosely
Like, she could have, like, moved to SoCal for all he fucking knows.
Like, there's no actual character development or, like, where they meet or, like, they have
Yeah.
moments,
No.
but it's just, like...
I think they stare at each other one time.
Yeah.
This might be spoilers, but is it mostly just the doctor who facilitates
Yes.
him
Yep.
getting to her? So it's
Yes.
like, yeah, I don't fucking
Yep,
care.
100%. That's the issue. He's just like, oh, they're connected. They need to hunt each other. It's like...
I think it's more like you've been telling this guy ever since he's been. You're like, you need to kill Laurie Strode.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's gonna.
Listen, man. This is just like
You know what would be like super dope?
This is like a Halloween fan who's like, dude.
Yeah,
You know what would have been a great bit in this movie? If when they're talking about, like, you know, like, dude, wasn't it like they were siblings? Like, oh, that's made up. Like, Did Rob Zombie make a movie based on these real life
Yeah, that would
events?
have been good.
That would have been fucking
That
funny.
would've been
Yikes.
good.
I hope not. That'd be a mess.
But there was so much like that we like.
Rob Zombie's just like, oh
No,
they're hurting me. Oh, damn you, movies are real. Fuck you. Is that what Rob Zombie sounds like? I have
Yeah,
no idea.
he's one of our 500 listeners. It's Rob
Yes.
Zombie.
No.
But yeah,
Fuck you, Rob Zombie.
Keep boldly going with the impression that you have no idea if it's accurate.
there's
I don't even know what Rob Zombie looks like, honestly.
he's very.
He looks exactly like someone whose name
Yeah,
Rob
pretty
Zombie
much.
would look like.
Alright.
Yeah, but he's not as problematic as someone whom you would expect. Maybe.
No,
probably.
he's
he's
like
just an okay guy.
yeah, he's like a chill goth.
Yeah, he's like a chill goth who really likes to show his wife's tits. I don't know why.
Look bad.
I don't know. Anyways,
Anyway.
there is so much that there's just so much on the table and nothing is done with it. Like, okay,
True.
Laurie Strode is a doomsday prepper now. She's been training her daughter forever. Like all these things that are told to us, but they're never explored. That nothing it's just there on the surface. There's nothing more.
That especially is like frustrating when like Laurie Strode is like he's out and they're like, Mom, you're just fucking crazy. It's like, well, we know she's out. Like if I could like feel like what she's gone through, then like maybe I'd be like, okay, your mom's crazy and like you're just trying to like be real with her. But it's like, no, he's out. And like I don't know the context of like the relationship. I get told it, but that doesn't like give me any real like inner contextual like, knowledge of like what's going on here.
The best moment in the movie for me was when her granddaughter is having her graduation party, whatever the hell it is. I don't even know. She got like the National Honor Society.
Yeah.
They're having this party.
Quinceañera, I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
Nope.
They're having this fun party at this
At
restaurant.
Olive Garden.
Yeah, at Olive Garden. And she's,
Oh yeah.
it's,
Give
yeah.
me the breadsticks.
And so they
All right, I'm dipping.
and so they have this moment where she's all like, "Oh, typical. This is why I never invite her. Whatever the hell." That
He's
part.
always stealing the fucking breadsticks from
exactly.
Olive Garden, saying, "I'm dipping."
She's
Who
like,
the fuck taught her that word?
And Karen's like, Mom, come on, you're eating all the breadsticks. She's like, they're endless, Karen. Eat your soup and your salad.
God, who names the daughter Karrie?
Who dropped the ball on this Olive Garden scene? Didn't have a breadsticks moment. Anyway.
Yeah, fucking who wrote this? Danny
Fucking Pineapple Express.
Pineapple
guy.
Express guy.
Oh,
Yeah,
huh.
That's why it was so funny.
yeah.
Oh.
He would be the kind of guy. I cannot believe I'm not remembering his name because he's like a genuinely like
Danny Timberelli. I don't know.
That's a made up.
No, that's a real person. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm sounding more upset at this movie. Like, I think it's fucking.
It's
fine.
fine.
it's
When he
totally
like
fine.
has his like initial like.
I'm glad I didn't have high
like
hopes for it.
spree of like
Oh,
of
yeah.
like killing. That's like
and
fun.
it's like all one shot.
It's
That's
all
cool.
one shot. That's fun.
It's dope.
The babysitter stuff with that kid. That's
That-
pretty
he
funny.
was so funny.
That's funny. I remember hearing some people like online being like, "Oh, there's fucking jokes in my Halloween movie." It's like,
What?
fucking relax.
Well, some of them were funny.
Yeah. It's like I don't get why people like hate jokes in like horror movies. Like,
I don't know.
that's fine.
It's
almost
you're
like people-
breaking my scared focus.
It's almost like people make jokes when they're scared. That's like what I do all the time. That's why I say check please all the time. Because I'm constantly in fear.
The Dr. Loomis guy was like who his I guess successor. I was like he's
Yeah.
just there and it sucks because a lot of okay. There's a moment where she realizes her shitty boyfriend is a shitty boyfriend and he fucking puts her like phone in a bunch of pudding or some
That
shit.
was so weird.
That was
yeah.
weird and they just
What's a bowl of pudding at a
Yeah.
party?
Why did they fight? He kissed
He
just
was
Yeah.
kissing on another lady.
That's the simplest. Like, oh, they didn't fight. Oh, I have him just kiss a girl.
No, because one person said there's a throwaway line that he's a fucking shitty guy. Everyone was a shitty guy, and then he was being a shitty guy, and she believed in him. I don't fucking know. But the thing is,
And here I thought they were gonna make it.
that moment happens, and I was like, oh, surely this isn't like the entire middle of the fucking movie, and she connects with them soon. No. They're on their separate ways. They don't meet until the end of the fucking film with the final confrontation, which doesn't have any really weight. I needed a minor confrontation before this big confrontation.
I generally
If I could talk about wrestling for a second,
yeah.
but yeah,
Like that. There's always that great scene, that great moment. That's like that's like replicated in other movies a lot, where like she's in school and she looks out. In the original Halloween, she's in school, she looks out, and Michael Myers is there.
Yeah.
I thought that would just happen again in this movie with her. Like she's like at fucking Home Depot or whatever, getting her doomsday prepper. And she looks outside. He's in the aisle with the fucking crowbar. Like, oh fuck.
Well, isn't there a part where she's at school and she looks out and she sees Jamie Lee Curtis standing?
Yes,
There you go.
That's pretty good. That is pretty good. I forgot that. But like a small moment like that with like her and Michael Myers again. I almost said Freddy. They're all like getting bought into my head. Like a simple thing like that again would have like been cool. I don't know.
But that would have...
The gag was really good though. So I'm gonna retract that desire, because that was a really
See, that
gag.
would have actually been them delving into the character of Laurie Strode in 2018.
Yeah.
But that's not the thing they did at all.
No.
Anyways, again, I don't hate this movie. I think it's fine.
It's gonna get a sequel.
Maybe they were saving it for that. I don't know.
We'll develop the character in the next movie.
I don't know. I'm just glad I didn't have my hopes up for this movie, because it's just fine. It's fine.
I feel like if anyone who's seen like any of the other like 8 Halloween movies, like you cannot go into any of one like this one's gonna be good this time, because like this is a rotten franchise.
I think the coolest thing about it was that Jamie Lee Curtis was so excited about the project.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
But
the gore was fun.
yeah.
I can't remember any specific like
Guy
moments.
got his head stomped in, and then someone got stabbed through the throat.
That is what happened.
Yeah.
He didn't kill that baby though.
That was what I was waiting for. That would have pushed it. It's like, this personification of pure evil doesn't really kill babies though.
No.
That would be too evil.
But like the babies, like everyone.
Didn't he kill a kid when he got off the bus at the beginning?
Yeah.
Yes.
But like what? But like
it's just a baby.
he killed the people in that house, so that baby's gonna fucking die. It's a baby. You can't just
It's
like
a long con. It's like, I'm killing this baby.
I'm gonna really get the baby in like a cool way. You see that? Because he was in the house, we couldn't hear him. He looked at the baby and he said, "Check, please," and that's what he meant. That's what he meant by all that.
Right.
Yeah, right?
Mm.
Are we done
What if he
with
took the baby
Yeah.
secretly and he raised it? He's like, I'm coming back for you.
I'm coming for you, baby boy.
I will give this movie credit, at least, that they didn't have a stinger. I like that, I guess.
He breathed in the credits.
But I knew he was alive.
How do we feel about the music?
It's fine. People really like that soundtrack. I think it's fine.
I thought it was fun.
It was fun.
It slaps.
It did slap.
It does not slap.
It slaps.
Anyways,
This is a side story, but like the other day,
Uh-huh.
I was at my second job, and a high school student told me that Funplex slaps. And I was just like, whoa. Whoa.
That's pretty good.
I mean,
That's
it does.
some local.
No, it does not slap.
No, it does
It
not.
does
You know
not.
what? Valis Pumpkin Patch slaps.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Henry Dorley's who slaps.
That's some local humor from us to you.
The Rose Theater fucking slaps, am I right?
Anyways,
What's another?
The Omaha Community Playhouse.
The Jocelyn Art Museum
Now that
slaps.
slaps.
Anyways,
What's the one with that was a train or whatever?
Wait,
And
what?
what's the other museum that was a fucking train station? And people were like, oh, it's so fun.
I no clue.
That place
The one
slaps.
with the big Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We're talking about a television show. Mike Flanagan, maker of fine films such as Oculus,
Yes.
A Hush,
Ouija 2.
Ouija Origin of Evil. He's here with a television show. He got that Netflix paycheck, and he made an adaptation of The Haunting of Hill House, which is a novel, correct? I believe.
Yeah. From a long fucking time.
Long fucking time ago. A classic, some would say. 10-part series here, and we're talking about it. Why? Because we like horror movies, and Mike Flanagan, I mean, he's a...
That's a scary name.
Mike Flanagan?
Yeah.
That sounds like the... Please let me talk to the manager, Mike Flanagan.
That sounds like a guy who's disappointed in dessert. Oh, Flanagan.
Anyways, Haunting of Hill House. Television show. Netflix. Story of Carla Gugino. She's in this. family goes into this haunted house. They're going to flip it. It's an
They're
old.
flippers.
They're flippers.
Flip this, how?
They go into this
It would
giant,
have been a lot
big-ass
funnier
house.
if it was there were a flipping show. Like, we're gonna flip this out.
Oh my god,
fuck.
that's genius! Like an HGTV show where they're like making over a house.
Karrie, we need to stop this podcast and begin writing this
They
script
go in
right
and all
now.
the paint is spilled over, and they're like, "Oh, what happened?"
I painted these walls green, not red. What the fuck's going on here?
Oh my god!
Guys, a movie's a real production. So, The Haunting of Hill House.
Haunting of Hill House.
Jeez, George, can we talk about the show? Come on.
Instead of me,
I don't know when Ryan's
Karrie
gonna come in with his bits. He's been just like fucking drive-by
Cut me
bidding
off.
me all fucking episode of the day.
I'm sorry, I'm very tired.
Bit, bit, bit.
I went to a fucking nerd convention. I'm mentally exhausted.
You
today.
did go to a fucking nerd
did.
convention. This is for fucking nerds. That's what I gotta
Yeah,
say.
Haunting of Hill
Horror
House.
nerds.
Yeah,
No, it's
right.
fine.
No, it's not nerd.
This is Netflix's best TV show.
I mean,
A lot of
honestly,
articles. It probably is.
honestly. So yes, it is. I think this movie is good. Kind of. We mentioned on A Star Is Born, sort of like very traditional story structures that we're all very used to. This movie, on its face, is a very traditional. Like it is okay. Family moves into a house that everyone says that house is haunted. Don't go in there. It's like, haha, fuck you
I
guys.
think what like solves that problem like initially is like we kind of like see the characters like after those events like in the future.
But yeah, that's what I was gonna say,
It's very-
Ryan. That was my
it's
whole
very-
setup, Ryan.
Okay. I'm sorry.
It's very it.
Yes, it is super, super it. Whereas, like, okay, here's what happened. Here's where they are now. Honestly, I didn't even think of the it comparison. I was like, oh yeah, it's just fucking it. So honestly, this isn't that impressive when you think about it, actually.
Yeah, let's just wipe this off the list.
I mean, it was already a television show, also.
I feel like that book was written before.
No, yeah, definitely. No, yeah, for definitely.
But who knows? Anyway.
But then, well, I don't know. Well, we live in 2018 where people watch it, and I was like, that's just Stranger Things. That's fucking
my
dumb.
fucking God.
They couldn't even bother to cast a different actor than Mr. Stranger Things. What's the fucking problem?
This fucking sucks. Anyways, family goes into this house. Flipping it. It's haunted as fuck. They run away. The dad is like, "We gotta fucking go right now."
gotta
What
dip.
about mom? What about mom? She seems fucking fuck wild.
You don't have a mom anymore.
We've never had a mom. I don't know what you're talking about. Let's just get in the car and drive really fast.
And then go to the future, and they're all like, "Man, I fucking hate our dad. He was such a fucking asshole." And they're all haunted by the shit they saw at the house still.
Haunted by ghosts or haunted by the events of their past?
Both.
Whoa. Crazy.
Um.
So because it's a TV show and like I feel like summarizing it as we do movies would like take a lot longer. Like,
Yeah.
what's like the highlight of this like show? Because like people have been talking about this a lot, and like for us, what's like the big thing about this show that like really like makes it like both like bingeable and like something to like look back
So
on?
I think for me the good thing about it is that it makes the thing I don't like about television shows that I feel like most it's like the most inconvenient way to tell a story for me. Like it's just so long and fucking we go on through so many like side tangents and shit. And at some point we can't even get back to the main story because makes too much money.
That feels like the flaw of like Netflix shows.
Yeah,
particular,
in
'cause they're
general.
like, all right, we need to have this many episodes. Because like that's the problem with like all the like Marvel stuff.
Yep.
It's like we have the story, let's just stretch it, and like it's painful.
But this does well because it has multiple characters who are going through stuff and have enough like depth to them that you can dedicate an episode, and then you get because it's structured introduction, and then character past that's telling you their past as well as their present and how it interlaps with the other characters who are also going at the same time. And then once it builds to the conclusion, okay, let's go back to let's tie it all up. Let's bring it all together. You have all that context. Okay, here's the conclusion. Here's why it means something. Just for a season, it just works well, I think, just because it all comes together. And also it helps that the individual episodes, I think, I can't think of any ones that were bad that focused on each character, but they're all very strong. I think the ending for me was the weakest, just because at that point I was like,
You kind of pieced everything together
Yeah.
for the most part.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like the episode on the mom was the one I liked the least, just because like I kind of got
that was the most. That was the
her.
one. Like, all right, guys.
And also I think that was like the last like
that was the
one.
Yeah, that was the one before the final episode.
Okay.
I think. Yeah, but that's why it worked for me. And also, it's really a sort of a HBO 6 Feet Under sort of a family drama, especially like about dealing with death and stuff, and then intermixed are like the spooky, scary stuff. It's weird because it's weird seeing jump scares in the context of a 10-hour show because I'm so used to an hour and a half in the structure of like, here's the pacing, here's a jump scare, pacing, we gotta talk a little bit, and then
the jump scares aren't really like as loud and obnoxious as like most movie ones.
There are some that are pretty out there.
I can't remember.
The one where they're driving in the car.
Yeah,
towards
that's
the end.
the most obnoxious one.
Okay,
but,
I don't think I remember that one. But like, there were plenty of like, I think what makes me forgive like those, and like what makes me like really like this one is like there's a lot of stuff where like the camera's turns and like there's just a fucking thing behind them.
That's my favorite part of the show. How there's like 50 plus ghosts just chilling in the
You're
background
right.
all the time. That's one of my favorite things that a horror movie can do. Just have something in the background that isn't acknowledged at all. And then when you see it, you're like, oh, shit! Oh! It's one of my favorite
forget
things.
what maybe it was the episode focusing on the dad, but there is that scene where it was the day of the storm, and that I felt like that was the most like the sort of the hallway scene in Daredevil. Like it's a scene like this is the moment where we're just gonna flex on you.
Yes.
Like there is a million shit going on in the background and so much shit changing, and it's all like I was like, yo, this shit's fucking great.
The camera turns and like there's a fucking weird ass ghost, and then like it just turns slightly and like it's fucking gone. It's amazing. I love that episode so fucking much.
My favorite background ghost is when the mom is confronting Nellie about the writing on the wall. And in the background, there's like a table or a piano or something. There's just two hands on the floor underneath it, and I was like, "Oh, wow.
That's pretty good."
And there's also one. They're in the basement. And there's one where someone's standing in the doorway, and there's just a hand like on the doorway, like on the wall and on the side of the doorframe. And I was like, "Stop it!"
There was one that like really got me, where like they were in the kitchen. And there's like some sort of like glass thing that almost looks like an aquarium.
And it's like.
And there's a hand like kind of like a face too. It's
like a hand reaching for
and
them.
then like it like cuts like to someone talking and then it cuts back to the kids and like it's just not there anymore. It's like, what the fuck? Where'd it go? Ghost, why'd you leave? What are you doing with your life?
Yeah, I don't really know what else to say about it.
I think you kind of like hit like it really is like family drama first and horror second, and that's what really like.
Which reminded me of Hereditary.
Which really sells like the horror more because like you really care about these people.
It also was like it made me like we can tell interesting if we're committed to we can just have one season, one story, and that's it. We can tell interesting story. Yeah. It's weird to say that because I don't watch a lot of TV. Because of the reasons I outlined, I don't like the way it structures stories and characters. Even like my favorite television show, like Breaking Bad, like that show could have been shorter, and I don't like some of the character arcs, but it's well done. But it just feels so bloated. I think this is done so well, and obviously, I think we all like horror a whole lot, and I think it's probably it's my favorite horror thing of the year for me. But I don't know. Well, actually, Hereditary.
Hereditary's pretty good.
But yeah, I don't know. It's extremely, extremely good. Everyone probably already saw it at this point because it's on Netflix. So you need me to say that.
It's the most advertised thing like all month.
Yeah.
As someone who has a Rolodex of like 4 shows that she rewatches, I've already started rewatching this one again. So
I'm excited to rewatch it.
This has joined the ranks.
I'm excited to rewatch it at some point.
Carrie, roll through that Rolodex again because I want to like guess, but
try and guess.
Hannibal for one.
Yeah,
duh. Probably RuPaul's Drag Race.
Sometimes.
Okay. I want to say The Office.
Yep.
Okay. And I can't think of it.
Kitchen Nightmares.
Yes, I was honestly thinking it has to be a kitchen show, but there's so fucking many kitchen shows.
Mostly Hannibal.
Hannibal.
I've never seen the one about that cat lady on Kitchen Nightmare.
Oh, the
Amy's
Bakery.
I haven't seen that episode. I should probably watch that at some point.
There's better episodes than that one, but that's the most.
I saw the first 2 to 3 seasons, and then I stopped watching it.
That's all right.
It's good content.
I can forgive you someday.
It's good content.
You heard it here first, folks. Movies Are Real recommends you watch The Haunting of Hill House. The one recommendation.
Controversial opinion. Really in the know here.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're out here doing the work for people.
We went through Netflix.
I just had this revelation just now. Like, you know, in the first episode, how the big brother is kind of a Mike Enslin 1408 kind of character who's like going into the spooky places and he doesn't believe it. I was just imagining, because Gordon Ramsay did a Hotel Hell show for a while where he raided hotels. What if he's like staying at a haunted hotel? I'm just taking all my like HGTV cooking shows and making them haunted, and it sounds so funny.
Also,
I feel like this hotel, your food is trash. What the hell was that?
Karrie, we can't release this podcast. We need to keep these ideas.
I was gonna say, oh yeah, that actor, man. Shout out to that guy making just a fucking asshole. I just want to beat the shit out of that guy.
God, everyone was so good.
Yep.
All right, who was your favorite sibling? Because mine was the Glove Lady.
Yeah,
Glove Lady is good.
She was very good.
I really like.
I just like Carla Gugino.
Ben?
Because I just like Carla Gugino.
Ben was the younger kid, the younger son, right? Luke. It
was Steve. Nellie was the youngest.
Mm-hmm.
Theo.
Schmitty.
Theo was the Glove Lady, and what's her fucking name? Shirley. Is that all of them?
Shirley, that's all of them.
You think so?
I think there's another one. Am I forgetting someone?
There's 5.
Anyway.
Also, shout out to like the casting of, because for the first 2 episodes, I kept
Steve's the brother.
For the first 2 episodes, I kept getting confused with who is who in the future and who was in the
same
present.
I thought there were only 2 sisters.
Yeah, me too.
For the first 4 episodes.
I was so confused.
Oh yeah, and it's got the Ouija 2 girl. And it's got the little girl from I, Tonya and Logan Lucky.
Oh yeah.
She plays young Theo.
Do they have young Sheldon though?
Oh Jesus fucking Christ! Is that really the joke you're gonna go with? That's the joke. That's the one. I'm gonna throw that out. Fuck you.
You upset George.
God damn it.
He's had it with your drive-by.
That's the one. Pickle Rick. You know what I'm saying, baby? God damn it. November. It's holidays. Yay. We're sort of getting into the, these are actually probably the movies that are, well, maybe not this month. I don't see anything that maybe movie of the year.
Pardon me. Yorgos Lanthimos would disagree.
Oh, man.
That first one, though.
I forgot about this Nutcracker movie. Completely.
Let's first talk about Suspiria 2018.
Yeah.
A movie that I've seen and will hold back on.
Okay.
But holy shit.
All right. I'm kind of worried I'm not going to like it that much. I don't know why.
It's more of like an old school art house film than a horror film. Like,
that sounds boring.
Yes, but also fuck. Dude. So Dakota Johnson.
Yes.
The love of your life.
In a weird wig.
I'm not a wig. I don't know anything about wigs.
Her color.
That color does not work on her.
It
but
looks like fake hair, but it
I'm pretty sure it's real.
Okay, why?
She's a girl from. But I'm talking about the plot. I'm not gonna explain her hair color. She's from Ohio and she moves to Germany in the 1977. Wonder how they came up with that year. Original release date, original Suspiria. She goes to this prestigious dance school in Germany.
I'm glad they said Ohio because she didn't look like a New York. Dakota Johnson in this movie does not look like a New York lady.
No. And some spooky stuff happens. Are they witches?
Yes.
No.
Spoilers.
But very good.
Is there a dog that fucks someone up?
That's my favorite part of Suspiria.
No.
Oh, okay.
When he's in the middle of that fucking big empty place and the dog.
One thing though, just to look out for, because I knew that Tilda Swinton played 2 roles, but she plays 3 roles in this movie. She plays her main role. She plays a very goopy looking woman that there's a lot of makeup.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you know Suspiria, you can guess
I
like I don't think it's the same character, but like the same like look. And she plays the main male role, an old man, and like you can
okay.
you can barely tell it's her, and they don't even they advertise it as a fake name too.
Okay, I didn't recognize her as
which is like amazing to me because like I know Tilda Swinton is like the greatest actor of all time.
The old man played by Bilda Bunton.
Bilda Bunton. Whatever that can be. Crazy. Nikki and Tilda like talked about that. That's insane. But no, Suspiria is fucking amazing. It's the best movie of the year.
Oh shit!
All right, well I'm excited to watch
At least for me.
I would say I'd watch it on Tuesday, but I gotta cover the fucking election.
YouTube. That was.
Yeah, I have to do that.
I had to do that in journalism school too.
I think I'm gonna see it tomorrow.
Good.
Oh, I'm excited for you.
George, have fun. What are you doing on the election night? What's your gig there?
I'll be covering it for our local college news, so I'll be there until 10.
The exact same thing, and I did the exact same.
Were you there until 10 as well?
I was there until 10,
yeah.
Even though I got my story done.
Were you there for? So you were there for the presidential one, right?
I was.
Oh, okay.
That was a bummer night.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
I did my interviews, and then like I sat waiting for my story to get edited, and so I could leave. And then we just had this stuff on the big. It's one of those big fucking like college ass rooms we did it all in.
Right.
And I was watching that, in that room, and I was like, oh, this is the worst night of my life. This night, I'm stuck here for like hours doing nothing, and this is happening.
I watched. This is just a side tangent. I watched. Oh fuck! What's that movie? Oh my god. Anyways, I had my film class so when we walked in, it was very much looking, this looks like it's going well. It's going great. And our professor was very much like, all right, when we'll watch this movie, when we come out of it, it might be a very different world when we come out. And it was, yes. I forget what movie it was. It was a very good movie. Anyways.
Which film class? Was this film history or was this film theory?
Oh, mystery.
History, okay. And I think we probably watched the same films on that. I don't remember.
Anyway, no, I think it was film theory. Anyways, whatever. Anyways.
This is not. We talk about both of our experiences in journalism school.
Yeah, thank God, graduating next semester.
I was at my pizza job that night, and the manager was like, that Trump guy, I don't know, he might do all right. And I was like, I'm gonna fucking kill everyone, because me and this other girl who worked together were constantly checking our phones, like, fuck, dude, fuck,
yeah,
no.
That was rough. Anyways, 2016,
a year that's thankfully over.
Was that our first year with this podcast?
Probably,
I think so, yeah.
Yes.
So that's fun. Anyways, November, Edited in Suspiria.
Suspiria, great movie. Bohemian Rhapsody. Some are saying mixed. Karrie is saying
it's all right.
Hey,
I like
we excite you moderately.
It's pretty cool.
I love Rami Malek. And
Rami
he's
Malek is
great.
Who?
Until Dawn's Rami Malek. Whoa.
I hated him in Until Dawn.
Yeah,
Mostly because like his character sucked.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But Rami Malek as a person.
It's I won't get too into it, I guess, right now.
Right.
But it feels.
Well, it finally solved the question for me of what did happen.
What happened to Freddie Mercury?
Why isn't he around anymore?
I mean, yeah.
Oh. But does it like go there? Like does it really service the job? I feel like this should wait until next month.
I'm not an expert.
Not
so
a queen historian.
But it felt glossed over some of the stuff, and some of the stuff felt like it was focusing more on his sexuality than other stuff that was happening in his life. So it was making his sexuality like the driving force, and like things went wrong because of this, and it was like, I don't know if that's accurate.
I feel like the thing with him was like, oh, he just was bi, and like that was it, right?
Yeah, well,
I mean, I'm not an expert on like Freddie Mercury. I like Queen.
He probably did a lot of drugs. Seeing that guy.
Did, yeah. But that's covered in the film. But
they had a shitty manager at first.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I know.
Some of it is it's the music is all good just because it's recordings of Freddie Mercury. So I mean, it's gonna be good because there's no one in the film is singing, to my knowledge. But
I feel like Rami Malek could like hit some bars. I feel like he
Freddie
could.
Mercury bars.
No. That's a different level. But I feel like he could hit some bars and like be pretty good at it.
Yeah.
But Freddie Mercury bars are like.
But we will get into this because I think
Yeah.
the biggest thing with this movie was that it was originally gonna be Sacha Baron Cohen, but
Yeah.
it was like they're gonna gloss it over. I don't want to fucking deal with it, so we will get into it.
And then it feels like they glossed it over
It
anyway.
feels a little paint by number, but there's not much you can do with a biopic, honestly.
Oh, that's like big, yeah.
Let's talk about a movie that I think
I forgot
all
this came out.
super excited
Oh
for.
yeah,
The Nutcracker and the Four Realms.
the Nutcracker here for No Nut November, baby.
Hell
The
yeah.
butt smacker.
Yeah.
Does anyone like? I don't know the story of the Nutcracker. I just know from like my days of working
I
in
did
a.
when I was younger because I saw a lot of.
I
cartoons
remember in my
first.
days working in the Christian craft store, and I'd sell a bunch of fucking Nutcrackers.
Some girl turns
She
into
goes
a
into
toy.
a dream world, I believe. My knowledge of the story of the Nutcracker stems from when I was a child, I loved giant coloring books.
Uh-huh.
And I had a giant coloring book that was the events of the Nutcracker, and you could like read it, but I did not do that. I just colored the pages. There was a page that I remember vividly with presents to color.
There's a mouse.
There was, I think there was a yeah. And yeah, there was.
That's
I'm very excited for when we
Berries.
see this movie, Karrie. You're like, you know what? The coloring book was a lot better.
was better.
You know what's The Grinch? Illuminations, The Grinch. It feels like about time that we get another Grinch movie, though.
You know, as one of the last standing people on this planet who still thinks that the Jim Carrey, the Grinch movie was fucking awesome, I'm offended by this film. We don't need this. You have
Yeah, I don't care.
really
And I
don't
loved
need
the Grinch as a child.
The
It was
Grinch-
my
the Grinch
favorite
is like
thing in
a
the
very
world.
fun thing, yeah.
But
The
I
Jim
don't
Carrey
care.
one.
I like the Jim Carrey one. I think it's fine. Like, what do people expect? Like, it was never good. It was always like this dumb fucking thing. It's him like losing his gun. It literally they put a camera on a tripod. It's like, boom, boom, boom. Are you kidding me? No, this movie's not art. Are you fucking losing your mind? Anyways, where are you, Christmas? How can I find you? The Grinch, Benedict Cumberbatch in stores, Smash Brothers. What's going on?
That was very funny.
That was the
Smash-
stupidest fucking thing in the world.
That was really funny. I love reading nerds lose their fucking
I'm
mind
upset
over
there's
that.
no video game history books that someone's like, and they thought the Grinch were blah, blah, blah.
I'll tell you this story after the podcast.
No, it's not
it's
worth
really
it.
stupid. But
Got
anyways,
played by a Snapchat story.
so like,
Benedict Cumberbatch.
is the Grinch? Like again, like my main issue with like
Is there gonna be
the
a
Jim
baby
Carrey
Grinch?
is like the stuff before like it goes like the Grinch like wasn't interesting to me.
Is this Grinch horny like the Jim Carrey one?
yeah.
I mean, have you seen Christine Baranski? Obviously, he was one.
Is there
It's like it's gonna be like a full movie, but like the Grinch doesn't get interesting until like he steals Christmas. Like that's like interesting. I don't give a shit. Like I don't need an hour of
Well,
him like
Fred-
being like, am I gonna do it? I'm thinking about, and I'm gonna do it now.
6 o'clock dinner with myself. I can't keep canceling. Hate. Loathe entirely.
You see, like I like Benedict Cumberbatch, like fair enough, but like
You do.
like as
Since
much
when?
as much
Since Avengers 2? Or no, Avengers 3?
yeah, like he's a lot. He was that was a glow up. Him in Infinity War, that was a fucking glow up for the character.
I forget that's Avengers 3.
Like Benedict, he's fine like as a person, but like you cannot be like Jim Carrey, Benedict Cumberbatch. Like it's Jim Carrey's like better. Like that movie's weird and like objectively bad and like
No.
but like he's great.
Wrong.
But I don't think the people at Illumination are even thinking about that movie. I think it's just like, we're an animation studio, we have the Dr. Seuss license, it's Christmas, we're not making the next Despicable Me for a minute, folks, so...
We're not making a Super Mario Brothers movie yet.
No, that's true, right.
That's gonna fucking
It's gonna be awesome.
The Rabbids game was fine. At this point, I believe if they could do the Rabbids game...
Illuminations didn't make the Rabbids game.
I'm
Illumination.
fine. Are you saying game developers are more passionate about Mario?
Yes, than Illumination. Yes.
Oh, okay, well. Then the
God.
French, they're both
Calm
French.
down.
They're both French. That counts for something.
You know, say how you will about those French people, but they get their Super Mario Brothers.
Uh-huh.
Let's talk about a girl in that spider's web over there. Well, it's a mess. Take it down. A girl that dragged who's it fucking bangs. I don't care.
2012?
20.
I did not see that film.
Me
I read the book, and I read the original book, and I saw the remake film with David Fincher. Both great. Both very dark and, like, awful in, like, interesting ways.
This looks like an action movie.
It probably is.
That's a bummer.
Which sucks. Director of The New Evil Dead, which I've rewatched recently.
Fede Alvarez?
Yes. And Don't Breathe. So, like that on surface. And Claire Foy is the new Girl with the Dragon
Claire
Tattoo.
Foy.
Liz Salamander.
Oh, okay.
Unsane.
Oh.
Mrs.
I haven't seen it yet.
Mrs. Ryan Gosling's wife in fucking Neil Armstrong, the first guy. Bust Man.
The first guy.
The first young guy. I feel like I'll say this just because like I love that. I think that's might be my favorite David Fincher film. It's very good, but I don't know. I feel like this, no matter what, this is going to disappoint me just because like Rooney Mara really like did that character really fucking well, and although I love Claire Foy a lot, especially in this year of 2018. I don't know.
This feels like they remembered. This feels like they know they had the rights. They've been trying to make something happen with maybe David Fincher. He keeps like putting them on read. I'm gonna go make some dumb shit with Ben Affleck. Leave me alone. And he just never came back.
He hasn't done anything.
He's looking at other books and
like he keeps like almost making a World War Z sequel.
Yeah,
which is weird. That's his.
Was that true? I thought that was debunked. That he wasn't going to do it.
No. He keeps.
That.
I think like was going to that he dropped out.
Still making that video game.
Anyways, Overlord. Talk about a movie that looks like a fucking video game.
Yeah, it looks fucking bad.
Yeah, apparently
Nazis.
It's a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Nazis. Who's
J.J. Abrams.
Yeah, okay. I was saying that like that can't be right. No, yeah, it is right.
It was originally rumored to be another Cloverfield movie.
I heard that.
Looks like it.
It looks like it, and it looks like it would be better if it was. Which, as someone who's seen the Cloverfield Paradox, I never thought I would say that again.
Remember that? That was this year.
That was this year, and that was the biggest thing like in the world for a week until we were like, oh, this sucks.
Yep.
Oh, this sucks. Oh, fuck.
Fantastic Beasts 2, The Crimes of Johnny Depp, who was a bad man objectively.
That's what I wrote down, and that's a true fact.
Fine. The Wonderful World of J.K. Rowling.
We cast a man who's crazy.
Man, the amount of like my whole body did a sigh. Like I was at the gym and I saw a trailer for Fantastic Beasts. Like, oh fuck, we're doing this. We're doing this again. Oh man.
First off, Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. Not a good title.
Who the what? That doesn't mean anything to me. Yeah, I don't know, the Crimes of Grindelwald.
Like
Fantastic.
Like they should have just thought of like a beginning like thing that like made more sense to like put like Fantastic Beasts and there's more of them. That's crazy.
More beasts.
More beasts.
Now Fantastic Beasts. Now with twice the beasts.
Sorry to any listeners who like Harry Potter. I don't even know. Actually, I don't even know if like Harry Potter fans care about this. Or is this just a thing that's being fed to them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I was at a pre-nerd convention party last night, and they really like Harry Potter still. I did not get their thoughts on Fantastic Beasts, but people love Harry Potter still. I don't know. I really don't know if people are like into these films though. I mean, I guess this is the second one, so it's hard to be like...
Friends, I'm here to tell you that I don't think we need to watch this movie.
Yeah.
But George...
I'm just letting everyone know.
I think it's crazy how, like, I've only seen the first 2 Harry Potter films and then Fantastic Beasts, and, like, I don't like these movies.
Man.
Weird order to
So
watch.
you really have no idea who Grindelwald is?
No.
It's Johnny Depp.
Yeah, it's Johnny Depp, except he bleached his hair poorly.
He looks like he got, like, I don't even know, sucked up by a ghost or something. Or sucked off by a ghost. I don't know. Anyway.
He got his soul sucked out, but, like, not all the way.
Yeah. Widows.
Windows.
This is by Steve McQueen.
Yes,
But
and,
it does.
and
Just
the writer of Gone Girl.
but it just doesn't look like anything, really.
I think it looks good.
Yeah.
Apparently,
I don't know
it's
if it's-
very, very good.
Okay.
but I don't know.
I don't know if it's enough to get me to a movie theater, and I know I never. I don't say that a lot because we watch everything pretty much. But I don't know. I guess I'll wait. But I like the actresses. But
Yeah, I don't
the
know.
trailers just make it seem like a very hard action movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
I
that
don't know.
doesn't do anything. For
It feels
me.
like that's something I would probably wait on. Unless like people are like, oh, holy shit.
Yeah,
then I might
unless
see it,
people are
but-
like, "Holy shit!"
But like on surface level, I'm very like,
Eh.
I'll see it eventually, because like the director and the writer's great, but it's not something I would like rush out to see.
Well, Karrie thinks it looks good though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Widows. Oh my
Widows.
fucking god! Ralph breaks the internet.
I am so excited for this.
Are you fucking
I am
serious?
genuinely
Oh
excited
my
for this.
god!
I love Wreck-It Ralph.
What did they do?
I love Wreck-It Ralph. Disney has not made the Frozen sequel yet,
This
so
is the
I'm
most-
very happy they did this first.
I
Karrie,
don't-
that face does not translate well in podcast
This is the
format.
most like a murderer hanging out in plain sight. Like, are you kidding? Disney, the mega corporation, is
Yeah.
making a movie about mega corporation. Google, oh, look at that! It's Amazon. We all love Jeff Bezos. It's Jeff Bezos, Wreck-It Ralph. Have you met Jeff Bezos? Oh, it's crazy.
Look, if that scene was in
Oh.
the movie, I would be fucking on the floor.
It's Elon Musk. He's here. Oh,
He's
Elon
smoking weed. How's he doing that? Whoa!
It's Mark Zuckerberg grilling some
Smoking
ribs.
these
Smoking these ribs. Smoking. Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. I'm so glad you got that, Karrie. Oh, thank
Man.
God. Smoking ribs. Oh, God. Fuck this movie.
Look, man, Ralph is a very like endearing, like kind character.
You know what? I don't even think Wreck-It Ralph 1 was good anymore. That's what I gotta say.
Really?
Because I feel...
I got that for free on digital, and we should rewatch that.
Because I had a good time watching that movie, but now that I look at back, it's like, wasn't it just pandering to my gamer dumb mind? Like, wasn't it just like...
I don't think so. Just because like they spent
I-
a majority of their time in that fucking Sugar Rush land. And
Yeah.
people were like, I wish they did more video game references, but I think like it's better that it did that and like had its own like identity in that.
I remember,
world.
maybe I'm just reflecting on me being a fucking dumb, uninteresting, shitty person, and just like fucking losing my mind with every video game reference. And so I apologize for me being a fucking idiot back in the day. But I don't know, man.
Thank you. It's about time.
It's about time to finally came clean.
Well, this have a song of Rihanna about fucking, but not in the context of fucking.
Oh.
Like the first Wreck-It Ralph.
We'll have to see it, George.
Are you excited for Sarah Silverman to do her little girl voice again?
Yeah, it's still weird.
Yeah,
but
it's very weird.
It worked.
Man, I do
works.
not give a fuck. And I'll
Man.
watch it, and I'll be mad the entire time.
I've not seen Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh,
It's
like
fun.
it's like the only like modern Disney film I like.
Coco's good.
Coco's
That's
really
Pixar.
That's Pixar. You're right.
That's
You're
Pixar.
right. You're
I'm talking
right.
about Disney because
What about
Disney.
Moana?
What about
Moana's fine.
Yeah, Moana's fine.
Frozen.
I wish it was better.
sucks.
I like it when she boops the lava lady.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's cute.
It's cute. Frozen sucks.
Well,
I like
we
The
know,
Rock.
Ryan.
What about Big Hero 6? That's fine. That was a disappointing movie.
That was very
That
disappointing.
was incredibly. If it got a good Fall Out Boy song, they're in Kingdom Hearts.
Every time I have a Big Hero 6 shirt that I can't remember how I got, but every time I wear it out, someone's like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Ah."
That's
So like, I don't
That's
know.
a good shirt.
the peak of Ryan interaction with people.
Ah. It's weird that I wear that, even though I'm really like middle of the road on that movie. It's funny.
Creed 2. I need to watch Creed. That's what
I-
I keep thinking about every time I see that trailer.
I don't care about Rocky, and I don't care
Uh,
about Creed.
I think I care
When
about
I
Michael B.
was-
Jordan.
When I love Michael B. Jordan.
That's mainly the thing that's
Yeah.
me.
I don't know.
And Trissa.
When I think of
or
Rocky-
what's her name?
Tessa Thompson.
Tessa Thompson.
In middle school, I had this like semi friend who like fucking loved the Rocky movies, and like literally the only thing he would ever talk about throughout the entirety of middle school was the Rocky movies. Like I'm not like exaggerating here, Karrie. That's
Ryan,
like,
you're like the Apollo Creed to my Rocky.
yeah, exactly. Like that was like his thing, and like I was like, oh, I'm gonna never watch these movies because he will never shut up about them. And I keep that grudge I made as a 12-year-old boy to this day. Fully grown adult, finally getting pubes on my chest. You know how it is.
All right.
So my thing is that Creed looked fantastic, and everyone said it was fantastic. I just never got around to watching it. I like Michael B. Jordan. I like Tessa Thompson. I like Rocky 1's a fine movie. It feels very much like a Rocky 1 is weird because it very much feels like an indie movie, and then the rest feel like commercialized Hollywood movies. But 4 is a fun action movie, I think. But as a wrestling fan, I like the idea of the setup that it is Michael B. Jordan, who is Apollo Creed's son, fighting against Ivan Drago's son in the sequel to Creed. That sounds pretty fucking good, honestly.
You just like I have no idea who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Here. Like run the characters. They have sons, and this is the second one, so they're the second ones.
Pootnik Scoots is gonna fight Bloomin'Abat.
Exactly. I like the concept. I don't know.
I like the concept. I like wrestling. My name is Jurge Cruz.
Yeah. What do you got against Michael B. Jordan? Honestly, Michael B. Jordan.
I've always loved
Michael
and
B.
fought
Jordan
for
being
Michael B.
sweaty
Jordan.
and angry and working out is enough for me. That's enough.
That's enough for any reasonable person.
Exactly.
That's a fair point.
That's it. Book it. There you go. Creed 2 in theaters this holiday.
Michael, Creed 2, he's sweatier.
I don't know where they go from here, though. That's what I gotta say.
Sweatier.
I guess.
Sweatier.
Maybe.
He needs to be sweatier.
The only thing I
He's
think of-
already drenched.
The only thing I think
and
is
the audience is drenched.
if Sylvester Stallone
Thank
gets
you.
back in the ring and then he dies and then he has to avenge Sylvester Stallone. That's the only thing I can see. I don't know. Creed 2.
Robin Hood Origins 2. The Origins are back. Starring Tatum Ellerton.
Why are they making another Robin Hood movie?
I feel like that's
Why do they
what-
keep making King Arthur movies and why do they keep making Robin Hood movies?
King Arthur,
This
Legend
movie
of the
fucking-
Sword.
Robin Hood 2018 fucking wishes it could be King Arthur Legend of the Sword.
But what if it is?
Oh my
We
God.
haven't seen it yet.
Okay, here's how we know if our
there's a
if our
thing- or Zach is
mutual
like, I
friend
wanna
Zach
see it.
is like, guys, we're gonna all see Robin and we're gonna all be like, oh, Robin, but we're gonna leave like it's really good actually, and he'll be the only one saying that. That's how we know. We need to show Zach the trailer and be like, Zach, what are your thoughts on this? And he was like, actually, that slaps.
I don't think Zach would say that.
No, definitely
I
not.
feel like Zach would start saying slaps like
He's
as
gonna
it-
say slaps in like 6 months.
Let's see. The Marine 6. Here's another. I did enough wrestling goofs, so that's enough. And they're making another Marine movie. Remember when? Actually, John Cena's still in movies. He was in Blockers. He's in Bumblebee, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's in Bumblebee. That's why he didn't go to Saudi Arabia this month. Bumblebee. Is that December?
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
I think it's the same day as Aquaman. Like something else big.
Wait a minute. Doesn't Bumblebee? Isn't the word on the street that people think Bumblebee's gonna be good though?
Yeah.
Because of the creatives behind
Because
it.
the creators are better, and also the robots look like Transformers and not gross.
That I don't care about.
monstrosities.
But
I don't know. Watching the trailers, they actually like make me like interested. Like the robots look interesting, just because like that's the CD player robot. That's the cassette robot. That's fun.
John Cena's just a military guy.
Yeah, he's just a military guy, which seems like the
That's
character
fine.
he would play in
In
like
his
anything.
wheelhouse.
Yeah.
A troop.
So what are these Marine? There's a 6 Marine movie, and I've never heard of this franchise.
Oh, so the
ever.
first Marine was a big John Cena vehicle at his height of his power. I mean, he's still big, but
I feel like
Kind of his power.
Yeah.
What is he gonna do?
when did John Cena like begin?
I could, as a wrestling fan who literally got into wrestling when John Cena was about to be the guy, I can tell you it was 2005.
It was 2005.
2005 is when John
Jesus.
Cena became the guy in wrestling, and then he became the guy. He was in 12 Blocks. He was in the Marine One. What else was he in? He was in one other big action movie, but I don't know. That's when he had his push.
I feel like John Cena, I don't know if it's the memes, but I feel like John Cena is someone who hasn't existed. He's only existed in like the last 4 years.
Oh no. I don't know how the meme even happened. Honestly, I don't get it.
It's John Cena.
But I don't know where it happened. Okay, when's the first time you guys heard about John Cena?
The meme?
Yeah, the video of the radio calling the lady, and they keep calling her and being like, "Are you gonna buy this pay-per-view wrestling event?" She's like, "No, we've never had wrestling in this house." And then they keep calling her. They keep calling her back, and then they keep like tricking her and being there. This one time, she's getting really pissed off. She's like, "Stop fucking calling me!" And this lady's like, hi, good morning." She's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. We've been getting calls all day." It's like, "Do you support your military?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, of course." It's like, "Because a decorated member needs your support, and his name is John Cena." She's like, "You motherfucker."
That sounds good. I've never seen that.
That's the only, that was the first time I ever heard
But yes,
of him.
John Cena and
Vine is probably how I first saw
John Cena and Batista both became famous in 2005 at WrestleMania 21. But Batista, I don't know what he's doing now. He's in a movie with what's that guy's name? Anyways,
he was in Blade Runner.
He was in Blade Runner. Batista's probably going to wrestle this year. I'm excited for WrestleMania 30, whatever, where James Gunn comes out of nowhere with a screwy finish in the chair, so Batista wins over Triple H.
That would get me into wrestling.
Isn't he doing Suicide Squad too?
Yeah, James Gunn is,
Yeah.
and Dave Bautista tweeted that he wants to be involved in that.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Which, I get it.
Dave Bautista, a woke daddy of wrestling. Woke daddy of wrestling.
I love Dave Bautista more than you gave him that subtitle.
Anyways, the Marine 6, it's got Becky Lynch in it. I'm excited. Anyways, I'm not going to watch it, but I like Becky Lynch.
But would it be, is it your favorite? The favorite.
I don't know what this is.
This is the new Yorgos Lanthimos movie. It's the piece piece one. It's got Emma
Oh,
Stone.
yeah, yes, okay.
I will not shut
yes,
up
this
about
looks good. This looks good. This looks
movie
good.
looks
I remember
awesome.
now. This looks great.
I don't need to know anything about it besides that it's Yorgos Lanthimos and it's a period.
I love how the trailers are like, oh, it's an Emma Stone wacky thing that's like Yorgos Lanthimos and like burr. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Like those trailers are great just because it does
excited.
that. But he didn't write this one though, right?
I don't know.
I think this is like his first thing that he's directed that he didn't write.
Maybe it'll be less weird.
Or maybe Karrie, let's not go crazy here.
Who's putting this out? Do we know? That's a very weird question,
It
but only
seems-
because
it's probably A24 or Neon.
well, only because I like the who's the creative, the Emma Stone factor, and the fact that it's coming out in November makes me feel like they're trying to get that Oscar heat.
Yeah.
But,
probably.
I mean, he's a shoo-in for at least costumes, as period pieces usually are.
Mirai, is that how you pronounce this?
I think it's
Mirai.
I don't remember. In Japan, it's Mirai of the Future. It's an anime.
This is made by the Summer Wars.
Yes.
And the Wolf Children.
Yes.
And the Digimon movie.
Yes.
Which is pretty much just Summer Wars.
Yes.
So I'm excited.
Yes.
I haven't seen a lot of this guy's stuff, but I love Summer Wars.
I saw the trailer for this like a long while back, so I don't remember it super well.
It's an anime, folks.
It is an anime. It involves time travel. It looks very cute and happy. Visual style is.
He's already done a time travel movie.
Very like typical kind of anime style. It's not like The Night is Short, where it's like an interesting, unique style, but
it's
a traditional like style, but it looks very like bright and colorful.
Yeah, his like style is like light lines, bright colors. No, not like regular colors. Honestly, it does look. Yeah, it doesn't look. It's just mostly the softness of it.
It is, and that's
especially Wolf Children. What else? Yeah. Anyways, I'm excited for this.
Yes,
I'm excited.
John Cho is voicing one of the kids.
Shout out to John Cho. I need to watch Searching still. That's out on digital. I should watch that.
I think it's on digital. I think it's also in the Dollar Theater.
I'm not gonna go there.
Well,
I forget it exists.
Me too.
I
looked up the Dollar Theater the other day because I really wanted to see Hellfest for some reason.
Nice.
I had a weird urge it's at the Dollar Theater. I'm going to see it today, and it wasn't. So I was like, oh, fuck.
So this must have been after I went to IHOP, because I went to IHOP and I passed by a theater. I was like, oh, they're showing Hellfest, the movie theater.
Oh man.
Oh shit.
The Dollar Movie Theater by where the former Hooters used to be.
Former.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
There's still a Twin Peaks, not too far off.
The title's not as fun.
Like by half price books.
It is by half price books.
Jeez, George.
You know what? Here's a side note. You know what I really hate? Old men with Hooters like baseball caps.
Is that a thing? I don't see that. I feel like the Hooters brand is under decline.
Not with old men who have.
Ever since
caps.
Hooters of Japan did that Sonic Forces collaboration.
Yeah, but that was awesome.
Anyways, what else we got here? Anna and the Apocalypse.
This is a musical
The Christmas
set.
zombie musical.
Yes.
Looks fun.
I don't think was this the one you said you saw the trailer before or something?
Yeah,
or
I
something?
saw
he got
before
the trailer before
Suspiria.
Suspiria. I got the trailer before Bohemian Rhapsody.
Okay, yeah, I don't know what this is.
Which is like the perfect like it would be like it's in both
Yeah,
of these
it's
categories.
We got
Musical,
the musical and
fucked up.
the horrific ballet movie.
Oh my god, I love dance now that I've seen Suspiria. Dance is great. I fucking love it.
Yeah, this movie looks like it will probably be cheap and bad, but it still looks.
It could
fun.
also be very
It
fun.
could be fun. It looks campy and strange. It might be. It might if it's in on the joke.
You know what? This movie might slap.
We gotta stop.
Oh man.
This movie is it, Chief?
Nice.
Got it.
The Christmas
Speaking of what ain't it, Chief?
The Christmas Chronicles. Kurt Russell is back?
As Santa baby.
Yeah, but he's like I don't know.
Go on.
He's just Santa Claus.
He's just
He
Santa,
doesn't
but-
have a twist. He doesn't.
He's like a cool Santa Claus.
Not really.
This Santa says fuck, probably.
This Santa says it slaps.
This Santa says
And then he
it's fuck.
slaps his ass.
Yeah,
And then he says,
yeah.
check please.
My favorite part of this trailer, which was not in the trailer that I showed.
Oh
George,
yeah, it wasn't.
They're driving up. They're him and the main character kid are like driving in a car, and they like go on an up rail, and they both go whoa, and then it lands, and they're like ah.
My favorite
It's
part of
great.
the trailer, which also wasn't in the trailer that you showed us, is when they're like, this doesn't look like you, and he's like, well, the billboard adds 80 pounds. And it's like,
If you're curious of Christmas Chronicles, it's a Netflix original, and it's the plot of every Christmas movie ever made.
but this one has Kurt Russell.
It does.
It's fair.
Which
You
is a
could
good
not say
selling
that about
point.
any other Christmas movie.
Except for the Hateful Eight.
You know what, actually?
For some reason, I was reminded of when you were like, "Whoa!" I was reminded of What Are Those? Everyone's favorite internet thing, and then I mean that Black Panther was this year.
Exactly.
Oh,
That
what a
was
time.
this year.
That was the worst part of that movie.
That was the worst part of that movie. Anyways,
Wasn't there another what? No, I'm thinking of 8th grade. There was not a what of those joke.
No, there was
LeBron James.
that was funny though.
Makes more sense in
Yeah,
a movie
it
populated by 8th graders.
Man, 8th grade. All this year's been a blur. I don't even remember anything.
That's true. Annihilation was this year.
Yeah.
Still great.
That's the only movie I remember. If you told me which is the best movie of the year right now, I'd probably say Annihilation.
My top 3 are Annihilation, Hereditary, and Suspiria. And then after that, it's kind of like loosey-goosey.
Who could say?
Probably 8th grade after that, to be fair.
Avengers Infinity War, movie of the year.
That movie's really fun. I
rewatched
rewatched it. It's pretty fun.
Yeah. Anyways, that's an episode of Movies Are Real for October 2018.
Brought to you by Spooky Beans. Starbursts, gotta have them.
Why the fuck would you buy this?
Cause
I guess if you had a party, you'd fill a bowl with
Ryan
it.
has a menagerie of just like outcast, terrible snacks that he
At
just
Target that are on
keeps-
clearance.
that he just keeps on his coffee table in his apartment. And
Yeah, but this
there's-
time I
it's
brought
a
them to
whole-
George's apartment.
It's a whole ritual. Someone will come over and he'll be like, "Here, sample this terrible thing that I bought because it was cheap." It's like, am I really saving money because I bought something that I'm not gonna eat? Who knows?
Carrie, why you gotta like fucking
How much
derail me on my podcast?
How much exactly were these beans?
I think like $1.
Oh, that's fair, I
Yeah,
guess.
it's fair.
That's a lot of beans.
Anyways, that's another episode of
Wait,
Movies
George,
Are
get the
Real.
pop filter off. We need to really just hear this.
No. That's an episode of Movies Are Real. These beans are all right.
Yeah, they are definitely okay. Why only
That's
two
Ryan
flavors?
Lance.
Why just grape and orange? Those aren't even.
That's the spooky colors.
No, they're
Pink
not.
ain't spooky.
Ryan, where can people find you?
You have the easiest one.
At Frying Pans on Twitter.
Carrie, where can people find you?
Find me at Kar_E Lyles LYLES.
And you can find me at JCruzAlvarez26. If you can rate and review the show on iTunes, it helps the show a lot. It's the best way to support us. Eventually, if enough people review the show, then we'll show up on the new and featured in some magical future. Who knows? Anyways,
Should I plug my TikTok?
oh my fucking
Ryan,
god.
stop.
Did you make a TikTok?
No, I'm not. I don't even know what that is. I'm trying to
TikTok slaps, guys.
I was trying to think of a shitty social network I could plug, and I was like, oh, is that TikTok's one, right? That'll be a funny joke to end on, right?
Well, it was funny. Everyone can agree. Our listeners.
Good thing. And then they were hovering over the 5-star rating that I managed to. 1 star. Actually, this sucks.
Anyways, until next time, we will see you then.